Hey, I am live in two different places right now, here on my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram. And I felt called this morning when I was sitting in my medicine circle with my dear friends, where we sit and do Hapé together and sometimes Sananga. And sometimes for those of us that don't feel called to take in the medicine, they just sit in prayer and hold space with us. And this morning when I was in meditation, Hapecito told me to bring him to the people. Hapecito was like, "Bring me to the people." And so here I am. Haven't done this before. And it's just such a pleasure, honestly, because it really is a privilege to one, have this medicine in my possession, two, to have gotten a really beautiful facilitation um, training on how to share the medicine with others. And three, that I actually have the time, the space, the home, the internet, like, what a privilege to be able to show up in this way and hold space in this way. And so I just want to take a moment to hold a sacred prayer with this medicine here and hold that space for others that may be impacted directly or indirectly with the massive fires happening from Los Angeles. And I know it's starting to spread out throughout the county and everything. And I'm in Southern California, down in San Diego. So, I do have some old friends, like high school friends, college friends that are still in LA. And yeah, I mean, fires in California happen every year, but this one is just really out of control. And I know it's affecting a lot of us. And I'm not here to share my opinion on, you know, um, the causes of it and all of that, because what I feel and what I know right now in this moment is that a lot of people that are affected by this, like, they don't really have the capacity to hear anything beyond what they need support with. You know what I mean? And while everybody is entitled to their own opinion and they have every right to share what's on their heart, hopefully in a good way, in a respectful way, and in a mindful way, I do want to share this prayer, this moment of silence, this deep meditation with indigenous medicine, so that for those of you that need a place to land, those of you that may be wondering and worried and concerned about loved ones that are being directly affected, for you to come and into this space, into this prayer, and for that to be settled within your heart. Yeah. Because when it comes to crisis and when things are like happening in the now and we haven't come to the other side of it yet, when we start pointing fingers and who's to blame and all of this stuff like that, that really is not actually that supportive. And so, what I do know is that when there is a crisis happening in the moment and people are truly affected by it in some way, shape, or form, that what is most needed is just that soft place to land. Yeah. And so I just want to provide that today. So if you feel called, and maybe if you're busy, or, might be walking around the grocery store or something, that maybe this um, stream here today and this prayer brings some kind of peace for you. And if you're able to really be settled here in this space with me, that even though if you don't have the medicine in your possession, and you don't know, the ins and outs of it, it's okay. May the medicine and the essence, the spirit of this plant and this practice still impact you in a beautiful way. Yeah. Because it's actually a tobacco medicine. And so the spirit of tobacco, as well as the other plants that are made in whichever blend is calling out to me, the spirit and the essence of those plants still can, how do you say, can still have some kind of an effect for you. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take a deep breath. And you're welcome to join me for another. Happy full moon, by the way. Some really powerful energies. And that's why I felt called to jump on here under this full moon in Cancer because one, it's the first full moon of 2025. Happy New Year, by the way. It's like the first live stream in the new year. And so beautiful. I didn't realize that until right now in this moment. Just noticing the ways in which I'm like consecrating certain things in my life and what I'm actively doing in those moments. And doing this is like up there for me. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming into this space and sitting with me and inviting in, welcoming in the medicine of Hapecito. And yeah, I'd love to hear how it is for you. You're welcome to DM me on Instagram or leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Okay. So, yes, I feel called to open a sacred circle, actually, kind of blending some of my own spiritual practices and the way in which I've been holding space with Hapé, with my medicine sisters. So, yes, I'm going to use my handy dandy selenite wand to call in a circle of divine white light to guide us, to protect us, to hold us, to love us, to be a sacred container for this prayer. And with this selenite wand, as well as the other elements that are here embedded within this wand, I attune my whole self as well as the space of the container for this prayer to be attuned to the frequencies of this wand, attuned to the healing energies of this wand and the beautiful prayers that were weaved into this wand. Thank you, thank you, thank you for these beautiful tools, for these beautiful resources that have come into my life and now being able to be shared with you all. And may that be transferred onto you, whether you are watching live or watching the replay. I'm also going to light this candle here. In honor of the beautiful medicine and lessons and cleansing, clearing, transmutational energy of fire, of the element of fire. And this selenite wand is to represent the supportive, it's that composting, that recycling, beautiful power that the earth has. So the crystal here is to represent the element of earth. And I have brought in a mist. That's actually the solar plexus, made for the solar plexus. This is Manipura. And with this blend, may it represent the element of water, bringing forth the healing energies, the cleansing properties. Especially when we come to allow our tears to fall, that cleansing, purifying practice and experience that our tears hold, and the beautiful memories that water also holds. For our body, minds, and spirit. May that also be infused in this sacred circle. Ah, yes. I'm like, what else? Air. Lighting up this Palo Santo for the cleansing, purifying, clearing medicine that it has to share with us in the smoke to represent the air. Honoring the lessons and the medicines that air is bringing to us now. Some for you. And for all, thank you, thank you, thank you. May we also honor the power of air, especially as it has been really fueling these fires. And I bring you into this circle with respect. While sometimes it feels like we are at the whims of the intense winds, that we still learned to honor you in a good way. Mm. And last but not least, the element of ether, of the spirit, of you and I here now. Hi, sister. Of community, of all the beings seen and unseen here, as well as the elements. Yeah. And great spirit, creator, God, the universe, however you see the one who created you. Thank you all to the spirit guides, the ascended masters, angels and archangels, to our ancestors, to our higher selves. May you all join us here now. Those we know, those we don't know, but only those who come in love and light and with the highest and greatest intentions for us and for all. Thank you. And I call to the spirit of Hapecito. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Grandfather Tobacco, for inspiring me to come here now and to share this space and this prayer. And the one that jumped out to me is from the Apurina tribe, called Forces of the Waters. As I know that water would be, and an immense abundance of water from all directions is one of the elements that is yearning in this space at this time. And while we may feel a bit hopeless with the lack of water, I am really grateful for this particular blend to come within this circle today. Because while it may feel that is a scarcity in our environment right now, I do still wish to call in and bring in the forces of the waters into our spirit, into our bodies, our minds, and still feel the beautiful cleansing power of the forces of waters to come and clear and purify ourselves. Yeah, because when in times of crisis, while it may be very difficult to hold that place of centeredness and hold that place of groundedness, yeah, it's very easy to get dysregulated in it all. And that's okay. Yet, when we are able to come into that centered space, it's so much easier to be able to make more grounded decisions, to be able to provide and support others when our cups have been filled. in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. And this is why I felt called to share this space and this prayer with you today, because I have the privilege to be in a secure home, to have all of the things that I have here, to share this space with you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as I pour this hape into my palm, I invite you to hold a prayer for yourself, for your loved ones. Yeah. Thank you. Hmm. And I'll just show you the hape here so you can send your prayers into this hape. And may I be a clear channel for the prayers to move through me in a good way and to be sent back directly to spirit and to be dispersed, sent to all of those that it is meant for the highest and best good. Thank you. So, yes, as I'm starting to load this into my curipe, I just want you to know that this is considered tobacco snuff. So I blow it into my nose. It is never sniffed up the nose, it's blown into the nose. And once I blow it into my nose and I settle into stillness, that is your cue to also settle into stillness, to breathe, to, if you'd like, if you feel comfortable and safe to do so, to close your eyes and just notice. Invite in the essence and the spirit of Hapé, Hapecito, and receive what is meant for you in this moment. Yeah. Let's see here. Yay, Gina, thank you. May we flow into the divine waters within us and surrender. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Let me get a little more situated here. Also, just a heads up, Hapecito, because the medicine is blown up the nose, at times I may need to blow my nose. Sometimes it'll drip to the back of the throat. I don't typically like to swallow the tobacco, so I have a little cup here where I spit into. So excuse me if that's a little gross for you, but it's all part of the experience. So and I also feel called to add that in this prayer, in the title of this recording, and when I heard the call to come on here for this live, that these prayers of love and protection and finding that centeredness back within ourselves and the strength to rebuild again. I also hold this space for people around the world that are facing their own crisis in their own way. Yeah, whether it's in Palestine, whether it's in the Congo, you know. May they all also find peace within themselves and be able to rebuild and come back into harmony with their communities. Yeah, with many other systems at large. And I also wish to hold space for the four-legged, yeah, the winged ones, our relatives in the animal kingdom that are also being impacted by the fires and other crises around the world, as well as the finned ones too. I know, LA, all of that. Everything's in the air and it's all being dispersed also into the waters and the oceans. So may we find harmony and balance once again, and peace and protection and support for the highest and best good. Aho. Amen. And so it is. You're welcome to take a deep breath in with me. Let's do that one more time. And again. Yobo, yobobo, and with whatever emotions that are coming up for you now, you're welcome to lean into them at your capacity and be with them, meet with them, breathe with them. And just a gentle reminder, if there's anything that you are sensing within yourself that may be a lot to hold, it may be too much to hold, I invite you to send it down to Mother Earth as she continues to hold us, to hold all of us. She's so powerful. And you can send and direct any of that excessive energy down into the earth. Thank you, Pachamama, for holding all of this. Or you can also send it up to God, to the universe, to the Great Spirit, to take this from us that may be too much to hold. And as some like to say, give it to God. I also feel called in this moment to bring visions into your mind's eye of the fires being contained, of the wind calming down, of all the people and animals finding refuge, finding solace in those spaces and places and people and animal spirits, to find that moment where they can breathe and they can settle. And waters seeping into the earth, cleansing our homes, our spaces, our lands, our waters, the air, and envisioning what we seek of homes being rebuilt in a good way, of reverence being given to the land and the elements, for peace to come into the families that are grieving, and being reminded of who we are in the highest and greatest sacred expression of our light. Thank you, Hapecito, for this moment. Thank you to all of the people that are watching this now and will watch this later. Thank you for taking a moment to pray, especially for those of us that don't really have any other resources to give. We always, with every breath, with every intention, with every word, and the presence within our heart that we can pray and we can hold the vision. And as you feel ready, you're welcome to bring in some subtle movements into your body, moving your shoulders, your head, opening the eyes if they were closed, bringing in the environment around you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if there's anything else that is meant to be shared here now or within your heart, you're welcome to share it in the comments or hold that space here now as we begin to wrap it up. Beautiful. That feels complete. Thank you so much for joining in. Mm. And I'd love to hear how that was for you. What came up for you? How you feel now? You're welcome to DM me on Instagram if you'd like. And yes, that feels complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for joining me. I just can't thank you and Creator enough. Yes. So, I'm just gonna blow my nose for a moment. I send you lots of love, lots of hope, lots of faith. And I hold you all in my heart. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. And I'm excited for holding more spaces like this, and prayers like this, and circles like this. So, actually, yes, I opened a circle. Let's close it now. Mm. Thank you to all of the beings seen and unseen that are here with us now, to the ancestors, to the animal spirits, to the guides and guardians, to our higher selves that are here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all so, so much. And may these prayers and these intentions and the power and medicine of this circle continue to ripple out to all of those that are open themselves and are receptive to this medicine. And may they receive it in the perfect time at the perfect place. And help to integrate more of this experience within themselves. And may this help continue to regulate all of us. Thank you. To all of the beings seen and unseen that are here with us in this sacred circle, stay if you must and go if you will. I release you all from this circle, from this prayer. And I release this circle of divine white light. As this prayer is now complete. Yes! Haush! Haush, haush, haush. Muchas, muchas gracias from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And until next time, just want to let you know also, I'm going to be sharing something very exciting and new. And keep an eye on my Instagram, especially my stories, and I will be sharing a lot more very soon. Okay? I send my love. Mwah. Thank you.